This is just a short video of how I went about making a bracket to add a phone mount in a C-Max. It's what, a 2006 C-Max. At the moment, well, we've not had the car long, but at the moment been having just one of them suction stick-on mounts on the windscreen. Personally, I don't like those. I think they get in the way, and the windscreen is quite kind of sloping forward on this car as well, so it's quite a long way away. So I think something better can be done. So the plan is to make a new mobile phone mount for the C-Max. At the moment, been using that, which is okay, but it's quite a long way away, and it kind of gets in the way. So the intention is to build something that slots into these business card holder slots here. So I've made up already a couple of kind of cardboard templates. So this is going to sort of slot in there like that. This is going to slot in there like that. And then, so the plan is to have, again, this little cardboard template, something that fits on like that. So slightly angled towards the driver. And then that will, so I bought this kind of mobile phone mount, which is like screws into compressed air, and the plan is that that will fit on the front like that. So that will bolt through to the kind of box section on the back. And the plan is to, once I've made the template and I'm happy with it, then to make it out of steel. So this is the first attempt at the front section. So we've got cardboard is what, 60 mil wide either side, and then we've got a 20 on one edge and a 30 on the other edge to give it a bit of an angle. And then this is just basically bolted through using the existing screw. So that will kind of go like that. I think it's a bit too tall. I think that doesn't, what is it? I think it's like 50, 55 high. It doesn't need to be that high. And also I think it could do with a bit more of an angle. So I'm going to make a second attempt and show that in a minute. Okay, so this is the second attempt. So it's not quite as tall. It doesn't say that. It's 40 high and then 50 wide on the two long edges, and then the short side is 20 and the long side is 40. So with that fits like that, which I think is better. It's better angle. So we've got these kind of protruding sharp bits on the top, but I'll yeah, sort them out when I make the final one. So that's basically the gist of it. So I just need to decide, I'll see what steel I've got. I need something that is ideally something that will wedge in those slots, or alternatively I could just make it slightly thinner and then wedge something in the edge to lock it in place. And these are the two back sections. So did I write on there? Yeah, so this is what, 55 high, which fits in just nice, and then 60 long on the bottom and 75 long on the top, and the angled edge is roughly 57.5, I think. There we go. So I've found this piece of steel. It's I think it's like a back panel off of something that I've salvaged at some point in time. Should be ideal. It's about, what is it? About 23 centimeters wide, about 9 tall, and then it's about 1 mil thick. So it should be just about the right size. I'm going to clean it up a bit and then mark it up. So that's cleaned up okay, sufficiently at least. I started off using a flap wheel, but it got clogged up with the paint, so swapped to a poly disc and that worked a lot better. So yeah, that'll do. Just need to mark it out now. So I've marked out the two bits that this and this, which fit into the card holders in the car. come in a little bit there just to avoid that hole. I did a test here because I wasn't too sure if the jigsaw would be any good or if I'd need to use the angle grinder with a cutting disc, but the jigsaw seems okay, so yeah. And then this one here I've made just like I think about 1.5 mm longer than it needs to be, just to accommodate the fact that we're going to lose some when we cut down there, trying to just save on the amount of cutting by just doing one cut there. And I will yeah, mark out the rest of it once I've done this bit. This here is not as deep as 40, so I'm going to have to just I think it's about 35, so I'll just use that. So I've cut both of these now. I smoothed off the edges as well on the top here because because this is going to sit like that, I definitely don't want the sharp edge on the top. I originally thought about just drawing around a pound coin and smoothing it off, but I think, to be honest, I'm just going to cut diagonally like that on both of them and then just round off the corners as I have done on the other ones. Okay, there we are, just cut the corner off and then rounded it with the power file again, so they're done. I need to mark out the other bit now. Okay, so that's all marked up, ignore that line. So we got what, 50, 20, 50, 30, added 1 mm to each because my plan is just to cut along the end and then try and fold it round, so a little bit extra to account for the fold. So first bend was already done, that was nice and straightforward in the vise. This one I'm going to try and use this Heath Robinson arrangement to get this round. Don't know if it'll work, let's find out. Okay, that'll do. Just got this last one to do now. Okay, that works reasonably well, so I'm going to try and do the final one in the same way. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not intended to be perfect. Perfect is good, but acceptable is also fine. So there we go. Whoops, just need to weld that along there now. I forgot I need to drill a hole in here. I'm just going to mark the middle, drill a hole for the like plastic mount to actually screw through. So punched where I want the hole to go. Just going to drill through now. I think ultimately it needs to be 6.5 mm, but to start with, I think I've got 3 in there at the moment, and I'll just work up a bit. So the 3 went through no problem, so going straight up to 6.5 now. Okay, there we go. So the hole's drilled, and I've just tested screwing it on the mount, so you can see it fits. So all I need to do now is just weld this section here together, and then put on these two bits onto the back, one there, one there. I don't know how I'm going to do this, I'll just play it by ear. It's not pretty, but that'll do. Got some penetration to the other side. Yeah, grind that off. I'm no welder, but it'll do. So it's the following day, had a few bits to do yesterday, which are now all finished. So back to this. So basically got the bracket there, and then these 2 bits. So I just need to, well, one there, just need to put one there. I measured the car and they need to be 19mm apart. So yeah, just need to weld that on now. Or those rather. Okay, haven't got great penetration, so I'm just going to do it on the other side as well. It's only a bracket, doesn't really matter. All learning. So yeah, I'll just put up a bit on the other side as well. Okay. Okay, again, it's not pretty, it'll do. Might see if I can go around there as well. That'll do. Looks hideous, but it's only a foam bracket. So just going to clean it up a bit. I messed up on the top a bit, so that I put a little hole in the top, burnt through, so just added a bit of weld on there. And yeah, just going to grind it down, try and make it look a bit better. So there we are, cleaned it up. Used the power file to clean as much as I could, and then in the middle the power file wouldn't fit, so I just used Dremel. Yeah, it will do. Should be ample strong enough, so let's go and see if it fits. So we're in the car, got the bracket, moment of truth, let's see if it fits, and yes it does. So there we go. It's not gone back as far as I'd expected, but on the plus side it's very firm, so I could probably wedge it in a bit further, but it's not going to need any extra support. So yeah, all I need to do now is bolt through the actual phone mount, and I'll show that in a minute. So I've attached the phone mount part to the bracket, and so it's in. Seems quite solid, which is good. Don't think it'll move around too much. Obviously this isn't the phone that I'd be using, but I'm using that to record at the moment. My actual phone would sit on the bottom there as well. But yeah, quite pleased with that. So I'm going to just throw a bit of paint on it so that it doesn't look quite so industrial. I've got some black, was it like tough black paint that I used on my wheels. So I'll use that on there. Doesn't need any primer, so that should just make it look slightly more presentable. So it's a day later. Yesterday I put on 3 coats of this stuff, which is I found pretty good and doesn't need a primer. And so this is the end result. Quite pleased with that, considering I just knocked it up. So go and try it in the car in a minute. Quite pleased with that. I will mount the actual phone holder on it now, and we'll have a look at that. So I've put the phone holder on the bracket, and then put in this phone again, and yeah, pretty pleased with that. It seems pretty firm, so that's good. I think there could be a chance of it maybe swiveling a little bit, so a future upgrade is probably on in here somewhere. Add like a rubber washer, like one of those sort of like rubber washers you use on like a shower hose or something like that. It might stop it spinning a little bit, but to be fair, I mean, it seems not too bad. Got to kind of move it firmly to get it to move, so really pleased with that. So I found a more modern phone just to show what it looks like with that. Yeah, I mean, touchscreen, pretty, doesn't really move around too much. Quite pleased with that. One thing I have now noticed is that on this phone, at least, the charger socket is there, so it's this bit of plastic is obstructing it. I mean, this bit of plastic that comes down can be taken off entirely, but I'm a bit worried about the phone slipping through. So I'll see my actual phone is wider, so the socket might just miss that, or if it doesn't, I might just notch a bit out there. Small update: the bit on the back that sticks down, that can kind of lock in at various sort of angles around like sort of clock face. And yeah, I just moved it over 1 or 2 notches, and then the charger can go in no problem, and I think it still provides some support, stops it dropping down, so I think I'll just run with it like that and see how it works. So I recorded all that footage in about August, and it's now what, end of March, and I've done nothing with it. Finally decided to do something with it and thought an outro might be quite good. So yeah, I've been using the bracket for 6 months now, and really pleased with it, very happy. So yeah, maybe that's useful for somebody else too. Okay, cheers. So while I'm here, just quickly, I swapped the original double DIN for a single DIN, and then I made this it's a metal faceplate at the bottom, and then put that USB charger in there as well. So works quite nicely with the foam mount next to it.